Good morning, Plus 2 Commerce. Today we will be doing chapter 5. The topic is delegation of authority. The topic of formal organization and informal organization, it has been deleted for the current year. So after that, the topic is delegation of authority. So what do you mean by this? So in every kind of organization, whether big or small, the managers are assigned a lot of work, right? And they cannot do the whole work on their own. So what he does, that they divide all the work among the different employees, those who are working under him. But you have to make sure that when you divide the work, it should be according to the qualification and skills of the employees, and then you have to divide. Because if you want to get the required work done from the employees, the right work done from the employees, so you need to give the work accordingly, like taking into consideration their qualification and their skills, right? Because if the manager will not do like this, then ultimately his burden will increase. So obviously he will make sure that he gives the work according to the skills. So after that, when he does like this, it means that he is sharing his responsibilities with his subordinates. मतलब कि जब उसने अपना काम डिवाइड कर दिया अपने सबॉर्डिनेट्स में, तो उसने अपना काम एक तरह से शेयर किया है ताकि उसका खुद का बर्डन क्या हो जाए, कम हो जाए. ही इज पासिंग हिज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. काम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किसकी है? मैनेजर की है काम करने की. जैसे कि सपोज करो मैंने 20 प्रोडक्ट्स मैन्युफैक्चर करवाने हैं, ये मेरा काम है, मैं मैनेजर हूँ, ये मुझे मिला है, बट आई कैन नॉट डू द होल वर्क ऑन माई ओन, राइट? सो वट आई कैन डू इज आई कैन divide the work among the employees, among the subordinates. So that means I'm sharing my work, I'm sharing my responsibilities, I'm passing my responsibilities to the employees. So when I am passing the responsibility, I'm also sharing some of my authority. Authority means power to take decisions. ठीक है? अगर मैं किसी एम्प्लॉय को कुछ काम करने के लिए दे रही हूँ, तो मुझे कहीं ना कहीं उसको कुछ हद तक अथॉरिटी भी देनी पड़ेगी, नहीं तो वो काम होगा नहीं. अगर मैंने उसको कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स बनाने के लिए कहा है, तो अगर उसको उसके लिए रॉ मटेरियल चाहिए, तो उसके पास इतनी अथॉरिटी तो होनी चाहिए कि जब वो जाके स्टोर से रॉ मटेरियल मांगे तो उसे मिल जाए. लेकिन अगर उसके पास इतनी पावर है ही नहीं कि वो स्टोर से जाके रॉ मटेरियल प्रोक्योर करवा ले, तो फिर उसका काम कंप्लीट नहीं होगा. सो व्हेन यू आर गिविंग द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू एनी ऑफ द एम्प्लॉयज, you need to give the authority also, because otherwise your work will not be done. So when this all work is done, when the subordinates are performing their work, and they will be performing very effectively and efficiently as it is required by the manager, so at that point of time the manager creates accountability. Now what is accountability? Accountability means that you will be responsible for the work done. Like you will be answerable is the more appropriate word, that you will be answerable for the work done or not done. Okay, so this whole process is known as delegation. Clear? So in simple words, as it is written here, it means that it refers to the downward transfer of authority from superior to subordinate. Obviously I am the manager, I am at the top level, means I am at the higher authority, and the employees who are working under me, they are the lower level, they are the subordinates, I am the superior. So when I am sharing my responsibility, when I'm sharing my work, it means also sharing my authority. It means वो downward transfer हो रही है, मैं ऊपर हूँ, वो लोग नीचे हैं, तो मैं जब पास करूँगी उनको अपनी अथॉरिटी को, अपने अपने काम को, तो वो डाउनवर्ड ट्रांसफर हो रहा है, अपवर्ड ट्रांसफर नहीं है. अथॉरिटी हमेशा डाउनवर्ड ट्रांसफर जाएगी फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम. क्लियर? Okay, so the next topic is principle of absoluteness of accountability. So I have already told you that delegation is very important process, right? If you want to do the work in a systematic way for the organization, then delegation is required, because no manager can do the whole work, right? So we need to divide the work. Okay, for example, if I talk about school, so suppose coordinators, they have some work, they cannot do the whole work on their own. So what they do, they divide the work among all the class teachers, right? So that means that they are sharing their work, they are sharing their burden among the employees, so that is delegation, right? So, but when we talk about delegation, we cannot say that it is a process of abdication. Okay, it means uh, जो ये accountability है, ठीक है, ये accountability means that you will be answerable, ठीक है. So now suppose when the coordinator is giving some work to the class teachers and some of the class teachers have not done the work, so ultimately who will be responsible, क्योंकि काम तो coordinators को मिला था mainly, उन्होंने अपना काम share किया, so the coordinator will be answerable. So when we talk about the delegation, it means we are talking about accountability also, and accountability is absolute, it means cannot pass. हम ये नहीं कह सकते जैसे आई कैन पास द अथॉरिटी, राइट, बट मैं ये नहीं कह सकती कि मैं अकाउंटेबिलिटी को भी पास कर रही हूँ. अगर मैं आंसरेबल हूँ तो मैं ही हूँ, मैं इस चीज़ को ये नहीं कह सकती कि मेरे सुपीरियर से जाके पूछो, मेरे सबॉर्डिनेट से जाके पूछो कि काम क्यों नहीं हुआ. आई कैन नॉट पास दैट, राइट. For example, there is one sale manager and he has a target of selling 1,000 units in 1 month, right? So what he did, that he divided the target of selling 1,000 units among the 5 salesmen who are working under him. So what happens, that this salesman, one of the salesmen, he fell sick. So at the end of 1 month, only how many units have been produced? Only 800. So in that type of situation, the accountability means the manager will be answerable, because it, the accountability lies with the manager, क्योंकि काम किसको मिला था, मैनेजर को मिला था, तो accountability भी किसके पास रहेगी, मैनेजर के पास ही रहेगी. although he has passed his work among the subordinates, लेकिन पास करने के बाद भी अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज को ही कैनॉट गेट रिड ऑफ द अकाउंटेबिलिटी. वो अपनी जो ये आंसरेबल है, काम हुआ या नहीं हुआ, वो ये उस चीज से छुटकारा नहीं पा सकता. ऐसे तो सारे मैनेजर्स क्या करेंगे, सारा अपना काम एम्प्लॉयज को दे देंगे, फिर तो कोई प्रॉब्लम वाली बात ही नहीं, काम हो ना हो मैनेजर को तो किसी ने पूछना नहीं है, फिर मैनेजर का काम क्या रह गया, मैनेजर को तो वहाँ पे फ्री के पैसे मिल रहे हैं. दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल, right? So even when he is dividing the, suppose there is lot of work, right, he has to produce 1 lakh units, he cannot do, so he had divided the work among 50 salesmen, suppose. So he cannot do the work, but what he can do, he should check in between continuously that whether the work is done or not, or he should supervise from time to time that whether the work is going on in the right direction or not, right? And if it is not going, then they can take the action also. Clear? Okay. So now there is one topic, elements. So when we talk about delegation or when we talk about the process, there are total 3 elements which are asked in the exam. That is RAA, responsibility, authority and accountability. So what is responsibility? So in simple words, you can say that it is like it the work which is assigned to an individual. ठीक है, आप मेरे अंडर काम कर रहे हो, मैंने आपको काम दिया, इट मीन्स मैंने आपको कोई काम असाइन किया है, आई एम गिविंग सम वर्क टू यू, दैट मीन्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. जब मैं आपको कोई काम देती हूँ, when I'm assigning some work that you have to do this, so it means all the physical and mental activities. मतलब जो काम आपने फिजिकल जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे आप फैक्ट्री में काम कर रहे हो या पेपर वर्क है, वो सारा वर्क, और मेंटल एक्टिविटीज, क्योंकि when you're doing work you need some like intellectual personality होनी चाहिए, you should be a rational person to take the wise decisions. तो mental and physical activities दोनों उसमें काम आती हैं, which are supposed to be performed by the employees, right? So ये जो process है delegation का, when does it begin? It begins when the manager, he pass on some of his responsibilities or some of his work to his subordinates, which means that responsibility can be passed, responsibility can be delegated. ठीक है, when I'm sharing my work, it means मैं responsibility को pass कर रही हूँ, it means responsibility can be delegated. Clear? So what are the features? It is the obligation of subordinate, it means कहीं ना कहीं उसकी duty है कि उसने काम करना है. और ये कहाँ से arise होती है? ये arise होती है superior subordinate relationship. Now I hope that you know the meaning of superior subordinate relationship. क्योंकि जो सुपीरियर होगा वो क्या करेगा, वो काम असाइन करेगा, और जो सबॉर्डिनेट है उसका काम है, उसकी ड्यूटी क्या है, दैट ही हैज़ टू डू हिज वर्क ऑन टाइम, राइट। थर्ड, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फ्लोज अपवर्ड, सॉरी, इट फ्लोज अपवर्ड। जैसे जो सबॉर्डिनेट है, ही इज डूइंग वर्क, तो जब वो काम करके देगा तो वो काम नीचे से ऊपर जा रहा है, इट मीन्स इट इज फ्लोइंग अपवर्ड, ओके। एंड द सबॉर्डिनेट ही विल ऑलवेज बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू हिज सुपीरियर, क्योंकि काम मिला है, साइन करना है, तो ही विल ऑलवेज बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल। क्लियर? सो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ डेलीगेशन। Next we have authority. Now what do you mean by authority? It means power to take decision. Whenever you're working in an organization, for example when I was talking about coordinators, वो कैसे काम करते हैं, वो कैसे टीचर्स को बोलते हैं, अगर उनके पास कोई पावर है तभी वो डिसीजंस लेते हैं, तभी वो टीचर्स से आगे काम करवाते हैं बच्चों से, ठीक है। अगर उनके पास पावर नहीं होगी, दे कैन नॉट डू द वर्क, ठीक है। सो इट मीन्स द पावर टू टेक डिसीजन। तो जब भी हम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ की बात करते हैं, ठीक है, वेन एवर लाइक मुझे कोई काम मिला है, आई एम रिस्पॉन्सिबल, मुझे वो काम करना है, तो कहीं ना कहीं आई नीड द अथॉरिटी ऑल्सो, ठीक है। सो व्हेन द मैनेजर्स आर पासिंग द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज टू देयर subordinates, they also have to pass some of the पूरी अथॉरिटी की बात नहीं करनी, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आप you might be asked in the exam, जो अथॉरिटी है, it should always be equal to the responsibility. What is responsibility? रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मीन्स ड्यूटी, जो आपको काम मिला है। अथॉरिटी का क्या मतलब है? पावर टू टेक डिसीजंस, राइट। सो इट मीन्स कि मैंने आपको उतनी ही पावर देनी है जितनी की आपको रिक्वायर्ड है आपके असाइंड वर्क के लिए। नाउ सपोज आपको अगर मैं ज़्यादा पावर दे दूँ, इतना आपका काम नहीं है जितनी मैं आपको पावर दे रही हूँ, तो यू विल मिस यूज दैट। और अगर मैं आपको कम पावर दे रही हूँ, तो योर वर्क विल नॉट बी completed on time. So authority should always be equal to responsibility. It should be never more than or less than, it should be equal to, right? So this is the second step, okay. So when the managers, when they are sharing their authority, so they need to match the responsibility with the authority, okay. अगर वो सारी की सारी अथॉरिटी पास कर देंगे, then misuse will definitely occur in the organization, which will lead to the losses and so much chaos. Now what are the features? So when we talk about the formal organization, right? Okay, need to change the color. Okay, so when I'm talking about, oh, okay, so when I'm talking about the word formal organization, which is not in your syllabus right now, but still, what does it mean? It means the official organization, right? It follows scalar chain for the communication. Scalar chain आपको पता है ना, जो आपने chapter 2 में किया है. So this is created to achieve the organizational goal, and it includes both the function and divisional structure that you have already studied, right? And it is created by the managers intentionally. हम खुद ये बनाते हैं ताकि हमारा काम हो जाए. Informal on the other hand अपने आप बन जाती है, ठीक है. लेकिन जो formal है, we intentionally create it. So in a formal organization, जो ये authority है, ये कैसे arise होती है? Now you remember the scalar chain. Those who don't know about the scalar chain, just go to chapter 2 and among the principles you will get to know, right? So जब आप एक scalar chain एक company में बना हुआ है, A, B, C, D, E, so automatically आपको पता चल जाएगा कि A किस position पे है, B किस position पे है, C किस पे, and so on. It means you will be knowing by seeing the scalar chain that A is having how much authority, B is having how much authority. Obviously the person who is working at level A, he will be having more authority as compared to the person who is working at level E, right? तो ये जो अथॉरिटी है कहाँ से ओरिजिनेट होती है? एक इंडिविजुअल पर्सन की क्या पोजीशन है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में उसकी, ठीक है, उसके हिसाब से, राइट? सो व्हाट इज अथॉरिटी? इट मींस राइट टू टेक डिसीजंस, पावर टू टेक डिसीजंस अकॉर्डिंग टू योर मैनेजरियल पोजीशन. अगर मैं एक प्रोडक्शन मैनेजर हूँ तो मेरे पास अथॉरिटी किस लेवल तक की होगी? जितने की प्रोडक्शन मैनेजर को ज़रूरत है टेक द डिसीजंस, राइट? इफ आई एम वर्किंग एट टॉप लेवल, सपोज आई एम द मेंबर ऑफ बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, आई एम द टॉप लेवल, तो मेरी अथॉरिटी सबसे हाईएस्ट होगी, राइट? सो द अथॉरिटी है उसका स्टेटस हमेशा कहाँ से पता चलता है? अकॉर्डिंग टू योर मैनेजरियल पोजीशन कि आपकी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कैसी पोजीशन है, राइट? Okay, so the third is it determines the superior subordinate relationship. Obviously, जब आप ये स्केलर चेन भी देखते हो तो आपको वहीं से भी पता चल जाता है कि सुपीरियर कौन है, सबॉर्डिनेट कौन है, एंड अथॉरिटी भी चीज़ डिटरमिन करती है. जो भी सबॉर्डिनेट है, यू नो, दे ऑलवेज कम्युनिकेट, यू नो, their decisions, you know, because whenever instructions are being given to the subordinates, right, or whatever directions are given, so जो सबॉर्डिनेट है वो उसके हिसाब से ही कम्युनिकेट करता है, ठीक है, उसके हिसाब से ही काम होता है, ठीक है, जितने डायरेक्शंस होंगे उसके हिसाब से कम्युनिकेशन होगा, उसके हिसाब से काम होगा. जो अथॉरिटी है इट इज़ रिस्ट्रिक्टेड बाय रूल्स एंड लॉ ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, राइट? इसका क्या मतलब है? हर एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज सम रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस, जैसे हमारे स्कूल के भी हैं, हॉस्पिटल के भी होते हैं, बैंक्स के भी होते हैं, ठीक है, एंड सो ऑन. सो अथॉरिटी हमेशा उसके जो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस है उसके हिसाब से ही बनेगी, उससे बाहर जाके कुछ नहीं कर सकते. इट अराइजेज फ्रॉम द स्केलर चेन, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू. आपको लिंक पता चल जाता है कि कौन किस पोजीशन पे और कैसे वो सब लिंक्ड है, ठीक है. देन इट फ्लोज डाउनवर्ड. अथॉरिटी हमेशा कैसे फ्लो होती है? इट फ्लोज डाउनवर्ड. ऊपर कौन होता है? सुपीरियर, एंड द पर्सन हु इज वर्किंग अंडर हिम इट इज हिज सबऑर्डिनेट. And I have already told you, and this is very important, that authority should always be equal to the responsibility, right? Next is accountability. So whenever we want to make sure that the employees or the subordinates, they are working according to our directions, according to the instructions given to them, and they are performing the responsibilities in their, expected manner, so automatically what is created? Accountability means they will be answerable if the task will not be completed. So this is the third step and the final step of this delegation process. This is the third element. And accountability cannot be passed. It can never be passed. You have to remember this line कि जो एक person उसने अगर काम नहीं किया है, ठीक है, तो वो चीज़ आपको खुद आंसरेबल आप खुद होगे. अगर आपने टेस्ट अच्छा नहीं प्रिपेयर किया, आपके मार्क्स नहीं आए, सो यू आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल. आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि भी मेरे फ्रेंड को भी नहीं आता था इसलिए नहीं मैंने किया. यू कैनॉट से. You cannot blame the teacher even. You cannot blame your parent. You cannot blame anything. You means you. You will not. You will alone be answerable. Okay. So here, okay. So there is one example given that there is one production manager and he is given the target of producing 20 machines in 1 month's time, right? So he has to divide his work among the foreman. Foreman is at the lower level, right? Operational level. So 5 machines, it is to be produced by each foreman. But what happened that one of the foremen he cannot achieve that, he could not achieve, okay. So at the end of the month, like only 17 machines were produced, manufactured. So at this point it was the work of this production manager that he needs to produce 20 machines. He was given the target of producing 20 machines. Now only 17 machines have been manufactured. So accountability is on the part of the manager, because accountability cannot be shared, it cannot be transferred. Fine. So what is accountability? Like you will be answerable for the final outcome, right? It cannot be passed, I have already told you. And it is always this is very important, it flows upward. So it flows upward means that subordinate will always be accountable to his superior. So even the production manager is, he will always be answerable to his general manager, right? So accountability cannot be shared. Third point was left, it enforced through regular feedback on the extent of work accomplished. So enforced means like compulsory, ठीक है. तो कहीं ना कहीं जो हमें रेगुलर फीडबैक मिलता है कि किस हद तक काम हो गया है, उसके थ्रू हम इसको इन्फोर्स करते हैं, ठीक है. Now next is difference. So difference is again very very important, right? So okay, so the difference can be asked between two terms also, or it can be asked between the among the three terms also, right? So it is the same thing that we have done now. Responsibility means that it is the work assigned and it includes all the physical and mental activities, whereas accountability means that it is your duty to do the job on the given time. Delegation, if we talk about delegation, the responsibility, it cannot be entirely delegated. It cannot be entirely this thing, it can entirely pass. मैं अपना पूरा काम हर किसी पे नहीं डाल सकती हूँ, ठीक है? And when I talk about accountability, it can never be passed, ठीक है? It always lies with the superior as well as the subordinates. जिसको भी काम मिला, he will be responsible. He will be answerable to the organization. Now, what is the flow of direction? Responsibilities also always flow upward, and accountabilities also it always flows upward, right? Now, what is the difference between authority and responsibility? So authority is power to take decisions, right? And responsibility is the duty or the task which is given to the employees, right? Origin means ये कहाँ से originate हुआ, कहाँ से बना था. So authority आपका formal position जो है, कि आपकी managerial position जो होती है organization में, वहाँ से पता चलती है. And responsibility arises from the superior subordinate relationship. Again, the direction of flow, authority flows downward and responsibility flows upward. Delegation, authority को हम pass कर सकते हैं, responsibility को cannot be fully, कर सकते हैं but partially. Now the difference between three. So authority meaning power to take decisions, responsibility is duty, accountability means you will be answerable. Delegation, authority you can pass, responsibilities cannot be fully passed, and accountability ये तो बिल्कुल भी आप पास नहीं कर सकते, you cannot share it. ये कहाँ से originate हुई थी authority? It arose from formal organization. Responsibility from the delegation of authority, क्योंकि अगर authority को आप delegate नहीं करोगे तो responsibility की ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. एंड जब आपको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मिल जाती है तो ऑटोमेटिकली वहाँ पे क्या राइज हो जाता है? अकाउंटेबिलिटी. फ्लो ऑफ डायरेक्शन अगेन, authority flows downward, responsibility flows upward, and accountability also flows upward. Clear? This is very very important. I will take the test. So what is the relationship? Relationship, देखो authority हम हमेशा पास कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? Responsibility is assumed, responsibility हम accept करते हैं, हमारी ड्यूटी है. Then accountability is imposed, automatically हम पे क्या impose हो जाती है? Accountability, we will be answerable for the non completion of the task. जो responsibility है वो हमेशा किससे derive होती है? Authority से. And जो accountability है वो कहाँ से derive होती है? हमेशा responsibility से. Fine. So there are three elements of delegation, three steps you can say: responsibility, authority, and accountability. Thank you.